Got it. I got it. কেটে কেটে যাচ্ছে। স্টার্ট ভিডিও করতে হবে।
কেন ভিডিও করতে হবে?
না দেখবে তো।
কি দেখবে?
Yes, tell me, beta. Can you see the screen?
ভিডিও করা যাচ্ছে।
Good evening, beta. Shoptok, can you see the screen?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Shoptok. Shoptok, can you see the screen, beta?
Yes. Yes.
Very good. Can you read it, Shoptok?
Yes, ma'am. Function. What? Ask for information about something. Example. What is your name? Question word. Can I read, ma'am?
You want to rejoin?
Yeah.
Okay, do it, beta. Yes. Ashmita, can you read it?
Ma'am, which one? What?
Yes, what?
Asking for information about something. What is your name?
Very good. What is your name? Can you give me another example with what, Ashmita?
What are you doing?
Very good. Excellent. So why do we ask what? Because we need some information about something. Like you told me, what is your name? So I don't know what is your name. So I'm asking, what is your name? So I need the information regarding your name. Excellent, Ashmita. Okay. Now, Shopto, can you read the next part, beta?
Asking for repetition or confirmation. What? I can't hear you.
Very good. So asking for repetition or confirmation. For example, if I say something and you can't hear me, then what will you say? Then, ma'am, you are not audible. Can you tell it to me again, or you may say, good evening, beta. What are you saying, ma'am? You are not audible. So you ask the information by the word what. Is it clear? Shopto?
Which class it is? No, ma'am.
Is it clear, Shopto? Tell me yes or no.
No, ma'am.
It's not clear. Okay. By asking, yes. It is class 4, beta.
Multiply of the fraction that you are looking now of class 4. I will do.
Okay, I will do one thing. I will share the recording. Don't worry. Okay, so what we are doing now, we are doing the WH words or the question word. Why do we ask what? We ask what to get some information. For example, Shoptok, if I say, what is your name? You will tell me, ma'am, my name is Shoptok. So I don't know what is your name. So I am asking it by using the word what. Again, we use the word what for a repetition. For example, Shoptok, if you say something to me and I can't hear you, then what will I say? What, Shoptok? Can you please repeat it? I can't hear you. Is it clear, Shoptok?
I am not
Shaptok, is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Now, Shaptok, can you give me an example with what?
I can't hear you.
Can you give me an example of what? With what?
What is your name?
What is your name?
Very good. Excellent. Okay, now Abhishekta, can you give me an example with what, beta?
What is your address?
Very good. Excellent. Okay. Now, Amoto, can you give me an example with what? Amoto, can you give me an example with what?
Yes. What is your father's name?
Very good. Excellent, Amoto. Ashmita, can you give me an example with what?
Ma'am, I have given you.
Okay, you have given me, yes. Rajdeep, can you give me an example with what?
What are you going?
No, that will be where are you going? I need an example with what, Rajdeep? Rajdeep, you think I'm coming back to you. Shivam, can you give me an example with what?
What is your father name? What is your sister name?
Very
What
good.
are you doing? What are you doing?
Very good, Shivam. Okay, Shomojit, is this your name, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Shomojit, can you give me an example with what?
What subject we are reading now?
Very good. What subject we are reading now? Okay, Udit, can you give me an example with what?
What are you doing? Will you eat from for lunch?
What will you eat for lunch? What are you doing? Both are correct. Excellent, Udit. Okay, now Amoto, can you read it here better when? Why do we use when? Can you read it, Amoto?
Yes, asking about time. When did he leave? Ma'am, can I tell an example?
Yes, give me an example.
When my grandparents will come?
Very good. When will my grandparents come? So we use when we are asking about some time. So when is used to ask about time. What is used for some information, or when we cannot hear, we ask. For repetition, we use the word what. Okay, now Shaptok and the rest of you all, can you all understand why we use when and what?
Yes, ma'am.
Shomojit, can you understand better?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Is it clear to everyone about what and when?
Yes.
Rest of you all, Rajdeep,
Yes, ma'am.
Ashmita, Udit, Abhishekta, is it clear to all of you? Shivam?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay, now Shivam, give me an example with when.
When you will come to school.
When will you come to school? Very good. Udit, give me an example with when.
When did he leave from school?
Very good. When did you leave from school? Rajdeep, give
When
me
I leave school?
Rajdeep, give me an example with when.
When are you playing?
When are you playing? No, when are you going to play? When are you going to play? Okay, Shapto, can you give me an example with when?
Yes, ma'am. When will you go?
Very good. When will you go? Ashmita, can you give me an example with when?
Yes.
Tell me,
When
Ashmita,
are you coming from school?
when are you coming from school? Excellent, Ashmita. Okay, now, Shomojit, can you give me an example with when?
When did you eat your lunch?
Very good. Excellent, Shomojit. Very good, Amantu. This is also correct. Okay, now Rajdeep, can you read it about where, beta? Oh, wait, I missed Abhishekta. Abhishekta, can you give me an example with when?
When do you go to school?
When do you go to school? Very good.
And when will the train leave?
Very good. When will the train leave? Rajdeep, can you read about where, beta?
Asking is in or at what place or position. Where do they live?
Very good. Wait, Shivam. Why do we use where? We use where to understand about a place, or whenever we have some question about a place, we ask by using where. Okay. Is it clear to everyone, including
Yes,
Shapta
ma'am.
and Shomojit?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you playing?
Very good. Excellent, Rajdeep. Where are you
Ma'am, can
playing?
I tell
Yes,
Ma'am,
Amantu, tell me.
where are they coming from?
Very good. Now, Shivam, you tell me an example with where. Shivam, can you give me an example with where?
Where do you live?
Very good. Where do you live? Okay, Abhishekta, can you give me an example with where?
Where did you go?
Where did you go? Very good, Abhishekta. Okay, Ashmita, can you give me an example with where? Tell me, Ashmita, an example with where? Ashmita, are you there? Can you give me an example with where?
Yes, ma'am, I'm giving.
Okay, Ashmita, you think I'm coming back to you. Shapto, can you give me an example with where?
Yes, ma'am. Where are you going?
Very good. Where are you going? Shomojit, can you give me an example with where?
Where is your school situated?
Where is your school? You don't have to be in so detail. Where is your school? Great. Okay, Udit, can you give me an example with where?
Where are you going? Where do you live?
Very good, Udit. Okay. Ashmita, give me an example with where. I am done with everyone, I think so. Yes, I'm done with everyone. Ashmita, give me an example with where.
Ma'am, where is your home? It is right or wrong?
Where is your home? It's correct, Shakto. Ashmita, are you there? Can you give me an example with where, beta? Okay, Ashmita, I'm coming back to you. Abhishekta, can you read this one? Which?
Ma'am,
Abhishek?
I have not any example.
No, I'm asking about which beta. Can you read this one? A function. Why do we use which? Read this line, beta.
Which? Asking about choice. Which one do you want?
Which one do you want? So when there are a lot of choices available, we ask a question about a choice by using which. So if there are 3 or more choices, or if there are 2 or more choices, we just ask it like that. Which one do you want? In this way. Very good. Excellent, Abhishekta. Okay. All of you, have you understood about which? Udit, Shomujit, Shaptok, Shivam, Rajdeep, Abhishekta.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Now,
Yes,
Amita,
ma'am.
can you give me an example with which?
Yes. Which country is it?
Very good. Which country is it? Okay. Now, Abhishekta, give me an example with which?
Which color do you like most?
Very good. Excellent, Abhishekta. Okay. Now, can you tell me, Rajdeep, an example with which, beta?
Which one do you eat?
Very good. Shapto, can you give an example with which?
Yes, ma'am. Which is your favorite game?
Very good. Abhishekta, can you give me an example with which?
Ma'am, I have told.
Okay, you have told. Rajdeep, can you give me an example with which?
Ma'am, I told.
Shomojit, can you give me an example with which?
Yes, ma'am. Which cartoon show you like most?
Very good. Which cartoon show do you like the most? Okay. Now, can you tell me, Shaptok, an example with which?
Ma'am, which pen do you want?
Okay, which one do you want? Very good. Now, Udit, can you give me an example with which?
Which is your favorite color pen?
Very good. Now, Shivam, can you give me an example with which? Shivam, can you give me an example with which?
Okay, ma'am, which I'm giving.
Okay, you give, I'm coming back to you. Now,
It can be. Okay, but you ask other, I will tell.
okay. Shomojit, can you read this one better? Who?
Yes, ma'am. Who asked what? Which person, pupil, subject? Who opened the door?
Very good. If we need to ask about the subject or about any person or about something, we ask who. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Now, Shomojit, can you give me an example with who, beta?
Yes, ma'am. Who? Can I tell which car are we going in?
Very good. Which car are we going to drive? Very good. Okay. Shomojit, give me an example with who, beta?
Who are you?
Who are you? Excellent. Okay. Now, Amoto, can you give me an example with who?
Yes. Yes.
Tell me, beta.
Who called me?
Who then?
Who called me?
Who called me? Very good, Amoto.
Can I tell?
Yes.
That's the girl who scored the goal.
No, I need a question, beta, not a sentence. Make a question with
Who are they?
who are they? Very good. Okay. Now, you tell me, Abhishekta, an example with who?
Who is your best friend?
Who is your best friend? Very good. Shapto, give me an example with who, beta?
Yes, ma'am. Who is your favorite person?
Very good. Excellent. Who is your favorite person? Very good. Okay, now, Rajdeep, can you give me an example with who?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give me an example with who, Rajdeep?
Ma'am, I am Udit.
Okay.
Who is your friend?
Give me an example with who?
Who is your best friend?
Who is your best friend? Very good. Can you give me something else, Udit? Actually, Ashmita already told us thing. Who is your best
Ma'am,
friend?
I am not giving. Rajdeep is giving the answers.
Okay, Rajdeep, can you give me a different question? Beta, actually, someone already told me. I think it was Abhishekta. Okay,
Who is your father?
who is your father? Very
Who
good.
is your father?
Excellent. Very good, Beta.
Ma'am, who are you? Is it right or wrong?
Who are you? It's correct, Beta. Okay, Udit, can you give me an example with who?
Who? Who opened the mouth? Shoutedly.
Tell me again, who?
Who opened the mouth shoutedly?
Very good. Excellent.
Send me the answer in the comment.
Who opened the mouth, certainly. Okay, now, Amoto, can you read? Okay, Shivam, read it better. From whom?
Home. Okay. Asking what? Which person? Whom did you see? People, object. Ma'am, can I tell an example with whom?
Yes, tell me.
Whom did
Whom did you?
Ma'am, who is shouting in the class? Whom did you see?
Whom did
Ma'am,
you
who
see?
is
That is already given,
excuse
Shivam. Give a different example. Udit,
me.
we don't use whom for that question better. Whom did you? We use who is talking in the class, not whom is talking in the class. Who is talking in the class is correct. Very good, Udit. Okay. Where do we use whom when we are asking about some person or object or about something? Then we use whom. So, Shapto, can you give me an example?
Whom are you telling that word?
Yes,
Whom
ma'am.
are you telling?
Whom did you know?
Whom are you
did
telling?
know? Okay.
Whom are you telling?
Whom are you telling the answers? Very good, Shivam. Rajdeep, can you give me an example with whom?
Whom did you play? That can see. Did you play? After.
Whom
Whom did you
with?
play?
Very good, Rajdeep. Whom did you play with? Okay. Now, Shapto. Now, Amoto, give me an example with whom?
Okay. Whom did you meet?
Whom did you meet? Very good. Now, can you give me an example, Avishikta, with whom?
Whom? Whom do you want?
Whom do you want? Very good, excellent. Shomojit, can you give me an example with whom?
Whom did you listen?
Whom did you listen to? Very good, Shomojit. Shivam, can you give me the example with whom?
I have told you.
I know you have told me. Can you tell me again?
Whom did you? With whom you are talking?
Very good. With whom are you talking? With whom are you?
Whom whom do you like most? Is it a proper sentence?
Yes, whom do you like? No. Whom do you like? It will be whom do you like? Okay. Amadou, can you read this one? Can you read about who's Amadou?
Ma'am, can I tell an example?
No, first read it better. Read.
Asking about ownership.
Very good. So, what do we write about who's? When we ask a question using whose, we are asking about the ownership. For example, if we say that this pen belongs to Amoto, then the question will be whose pen is this? Okay. Now, Amoto, give me an example.
What can I tell? Whose pen is this? Is it
Yes, Amoto, tell me.
whose notebook is it?
Whose notebook is it? Very good. Okay. Now, can you tell me? Shiva.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have not.
Whose keys are these? Whose keys are these?
Tell me again.
Whose keys are these?
Whose shoes are this? Very good. Okay. Now, Udit, tell me.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have not told whom.
Okay. Tell me about whom.
Whom is whom you are talking with.
Whom you are talking with. Very good. Okay.
Then whose?
Whose keys are these?
Ma'am, I do not tell.
Speaker is it?
Whose speaker is it? Very good. Yes, Rajdeep, give me an
Ma'am.
example with whose. Rajdeep, give me an example with whose.
It is whose book?
Whose book is this? It is whose book? This is wrong, beta.
It's the question. Whose book it is? Is it?
Whose book is it? Yes. Okay, Abhishekta, can you give me an example with whose?
Which pencil box is this?
Whose pencil box is this? Very good, Abhishekta. Okay. Shomojit, can you give me an example with whose?
Whose socks are these?
Very good. Whose box are these? Shapto, can you give me an example with whose?
Yes, ma'am. Whose toys are these?
Very good. Shivam, can you read this one? Why?
Okay. Asking for reason, asking what for?
Read it, beta.
I read it, ma'am.
No,
Asking
the
for
example,
reason,
beta.
asking. Okay. Why do you say that? Ma'am, can I tell any other example?
Just a second, Shivam. So why do we use why? We use why if we want to know some reason. For example, why did you took a leave yesterday? So we need to know the reason about taking the leave yesterday. So why is asked when we want to know a reason of something. Okay. Is it clear to everyone? Is why?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Shivam, give me an example with why.
Why? Why did you eat that?
Why did you eat that? Very good. Shapto, give me an example with why.
Yes, ma'am. Why are you hungry?
Why are you hungry? Very good. Okay. Abhishekta, give me an example with why, beta.
Why are you silent?
Why are you silent? Very good. Okay. Now you tell me. Rajdeep, give me an example with why, beta.
Why did you angry?
Why are you angry? It's not why did you angry. Why are you angry? Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Now Udit, give me an example with why.
Why you are making noise in the class?
Very good. Why are you making noise in the class? Shomojit, give me an example with why.
Why are you playing the video game?
Very good. Why are you playing the video game? Excellent. Very good. Okay. Now, Rajdeep, can you read this one? Why don't?
Making a ma'am. Why, ma'am? Suggestion asking about manner. Ma'am, you missed me. Why do not I help you?
Very good.
Ma'am, you missed me about why.
Okay. Amatu, give me an example with why.
Why? Ma'am, I do not tell. Ma'am, I do not tell. Me, I am telling why. About why.
Yes, tell me.
Why are you? Why are you beating him?
Why are you?
Ma'am, I do not see. Why are you quarreling? Why are you quarreling with him?
Very good. Excellent, Amanto. Yes, Rajdeep, why don't means making a suggestion. When we are making a suggestion, we use the word why don't. Like, why don't you go to the market and check it yourself? So, we are suggesting him to go to the market and check it by himself. Yes, Rajdeep, give me an example with why don't.
Why do not playing with them?
Why don't
Excuse
you
me.
play with them? Udit, just a second, Mita. It will be why don't
Yes,
you
ma'am.
play with them? The don't will be in the shorter form. Excellent.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
good, Rajdeep. Yes, Udit, tell me.
Ma'am, what is the how plus ADG means adjective plus ADV means adverb? What is that meaning?
Tell me again.
The after how HW, what is the 10 number 10 how plus adjective plus adverb? What is that?
That I will explain you all afterwards, but we are still on why don't. So by why don't we mean to make a suggestion. Okay, Udit, can you give me an example with why don't?
Making a suggestion.
Give me an example with why don't, Vita.
Why don't I help? No. Why don't I help you?
Why don't she help you? Why don't I help you is not correct, Vita. Why don't she help you? Okay, now, Shapto, can you give me an example with why don't?
Yes, ma'am. Why don't you go with your father?
Very good,
Ma'am,
excellent, Shapto.
I
Amar,
have
give me
raised
an example with why don't?
Why don't you read with them?
Very good. Why don't you leave with? Excellent, Amoto. Yes, Shivam, give me an example with why don't?
Why don't you eat the food?
Very good. Why don't you eat the food? Abhishekta, give me an example with why don't?
Why don't have a try?
Why don't you have a try? Very good. Shomujit, give me an example with why don't?
Why don't you write this in your